Oh, it's our favorite time of the week when Mad Dog unleashes.
Yes.
You get to tell us why you're mad, buddy. You ready for us?
We've used a couple already today, because I was going to use Sirianni, but we had to go there. I was going to kill the Chiefs because they get every call of mankind, but we didn't. They get every call, but I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to start with a little baseball. And this idea that Ohtani had the greatest game in the history of the sport last Thursday against the Marlins when they beat them, and Ohtani obviously went 6 for 6 with 3 homers and 10 RBIs. Let's calm down. Can we calm down? He hit his 50th homer early in the game, and he stole his 50th base. Why is he up in the top of the 9th inning against a positional player at 17-3? It is 17-3. They're up by 2 touchdowns, and Dave Roberts puts him up to get a base hit against a kid who's throwing 30 miles an hour. Betts was out of the game. Freeman was out of the game. Why is he up? He went 5 for 5, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. That doesn't sound quite as good as 6 for 6, 3 homers, and 10 RBIs. I was shocked. Every person in America thought this was the greatest game in the history of the profession. No, it's not. His last home run came up a guy who was a freaking minor leaguer, who's a shortstop, who's on the mound. What you did there, if you're the Dodgers, you cheapened his performance and his accomplishment of 50 homers and 50 steals by putting him up there they're up 2 touchdowns in the 9th inning at 17-3. Put somebody else up. He's proved he's great. We don't need to see this superfluous home run. I was shocked that all of the baseball folks thought, wow, look what I've seen. What did you see? Some kid throwing 30 miles an hour and he hits the ball 500 feet? Who cares? Number one.
I care. Yeah. I love the fact that they did that. Let me tell you something right now. You don't get to make that argument in the sport where they intentionally walk you.
Exactly.
At least somebody threw a pitch to him. I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. The fans in Miami, they didn't mind seeing him up there a third time. They loved seeing him.
That's
they
right.
gave him a standing ovation. He came out and tipped his cap on the road. For once, I think, and I want to applaud the manager for the Marlins who sat up there and said, F that, pitch to him. Pitch to him. You're in the major leagues. Man, intentionally walk. That's one of the greatest misjustices that exist in the world of sports. The intentional walk. People pay their hard-earned money to come see you play. You're a pro. They're a pro. Go up there and get them out.
All the fans,
period.
You wanted him to bench the best player in baseball.
It was in the top of the 9th
I don't care what it is.
So what?
They come to see him get as many
There was
bats as he
5,000
can.
people there.
No, not for him. No,
it was 12,000, whatever it was.
It was far more than that because he was there. They came to see him, and Dave Roberts gave the people what they came to see.
Now they saw 3.
Hold it now. We're going to make
That's a D-.
Yes.
That's a D-.
Yes.
Now we're going to go give Skip Schumacher kudos for pitching. You know what the score was when he didn't walk him?
What?
9-1.
So?
The Marlins are 50 games under 500. What's he supposed to do?
So what?
He has to pitch to him.
I appreciate
You are nuts.
I appreciate that he
Nuts.
did it.
No.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're
You're
wrong.
wrong.
I'm surprised at you,
You're
Mr.
wrong.
Brave fan.
You're wrong.
And how about you chime in and help me out here?
I just was hoping you could get to number 2.
Which is coming up now. Here we go. Number 2. Listen, I love the guy, and he comes on. I know Stevie loves him too. Jeff loves him. But hold on now. Whose idea was it on Sunday night to go out there and put off the plank in the Ring of Honor in Atlanta? What? What'd they do to New England? His team blew a 28-3 lead. Wasn't Kraft on off the plank?
Oh, my.
I mean, you got to show the video.
Today,
And I love Arthur. But he's an owner. The Falcons haven't won any Super Bowls. They blew a 28-3 lead, and he already built their stadium with personal seat licenses, I might add. And you sit there, and you're going to put him in the Ring of Honor. And what does Atlanta do, of course, at the end of the game? They blow it, and they lose. Again, I can understand if Kraft said, Arthur, come on up. I want to have a halftime celebration. We're going to bring all my Patriot team players back who came from 28-3 down, and we're going to put you on the Ring of Honor and give you a Patriot jersey. That I can understand.
That is so
You are so hateful, man.
Arthur, really? On the Ring of Honor at Mercedes-Benz when the Falcons haven't won anything yet? That's a little rough. Got to be fair. That's a little rough.
I can't argue with you. I can't argue.
That's rough. That's rough. I'm not.
I can't.
Say something.
I like
Be
Arthur.
nice.
He's a nice guy.
Oh, he's the
You've
best.
been on one
He's
today.
a nice man.
You have been attacking people
Yeah.
all day.
You just said-
Arthur, you have been
You
attacking.
said he could be in the Patriots
He's a nice
Ring of
man.
Honor.
That's so dirty.
He's a nice man.
Yeah, don't go down.
Number 3, listen, there are a lot of reasons of why this is not going to work out for the A's, who played their last ever home game Thursday against Texas at the Alameda Coliseum. There's a lot of reasons. The city of Oakland's done a terrible job. They've needed a new stadium there for 100 years. They never built them one. The Raiders left. Golden State left. You needed to take care of the A's. They did not. The fans who think that somehow they're the St. Louis Cardinal fans, they don't show up. A lot of great years where they drew 1 million fans. It's not a great baseball town. But, if you are the owner of the Oakland A's, you cannot write a letter to the Oakland fan base basically trying to explain and saying you're sorry that you're leaving the franchise. Here is the letter. I know there's great disappointment from John Fisher, even bitterness. I want to speak to each individually. Shut up, okay, John? Shut up. Nobody cares. You know what you do in this situation? Stay away, ignore it, and pray that when you play in Sacramento and Vegas, they don't hang you in effigy. That is ridiculous. He's writing a letter to the Oakland fan base who has lost their 3rd franchise, who has lost, the A's have been there since '68, and now you're the owner who's taking him out of that town. Now, rightfully so, who knows? You can argue that all night. But the bottom line is if you're the owner and it's the last couple games in the Alameda Coliseum, you lay low. You say nothing. Because you are taking the team out, just like O'Malley did, just like Art Modell did. When you take your civic responsibility and take a team out of town for good, forever, don't sit there and write a letter 2 days before they depart saying, I wish I could speak to you individually, and I understand your disappointment.
Yeah.
John, nobody cares. Go to Hawaii for a month. Nobody cares. So the 2 owners get me mad today. That's number 3.
Go ahead.
Well, I would just say one of his favorite is the way that Bob Irsay handled it and took the Colts, your Colts.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, so you can't have it both ways. He writes a letter to the fans and says, hey, I appreciate you, I'm sorry. Bob doesn't mean you hate them both. You hate them both equally.
When you leave, right? You're dead.
Let me say this. Let me say this to you. I don't disagree with you about the letter, but let's understand the politicians in the city of Oakland
they did a terrible
need
job.
to be, all of them need to be.
I agree on that.
Let me tell you why. Think about this. Think about what sports does for a local economy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You lose the Raiders, the Warriors, and the A's.
Absolutely.
We saw a possum living in the pipes of Oakland Coliseum. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Ago.
I mean,
He was so mad about that.
I'm like, you got to get them the hell out of there. All I'm saying is, listen, the Oracle.
Stephen A's right.
In all my years of covering sports, I'm hard-pressed to find a better environment than covering the Warriors in the Oracle. It was spectacular. Spectacular, okay? And the city politicians ruined this. I know you're getting on the owner, and don't get me wrong, just leave. Just go, all right? But, forget the letter. But the politicians in Oakland.
I agree with that.
Nah.
They take some responsibility.
I think that what the owner did is right. He says he's sorry. He tried to get it done.
We tried.
He tried to get it done. The politicians didn't get it done. I appreciate him saying
lay low.
No.
Lay low. And then finally, I have a 4th one. Okay. Now listen, he bombed last year.
Oh, I'm out of
2
here.
years ago.
I'm out of here.
How does
I knew it.
get over there? I'm not done with you yet.
I know exactly where he's going.
How does North Carolina? Think about this for a second. North Carolina at home at that beautiful stadium on that campus in Chapel Hill, where somehow he matriculated from. I have no idea.
Basketball school.
Think about it.
No, ma'am.
James Madison, the Dukes of James Madison, scored 50 points in a half at North Carolina. They scored 70 for the game, and they let up. They could have scored 100. This is North Carolina football, the home of Lawrence Taylor, Chris Kupek, Matty Kupek, famous Amos Lawrence, for crying out loud. And this guy right here who played 15 years, or 13 or 15. 14 years in the NFL as a center. And they sit there and they lose to James Madison. Listen, he's a nice man. It's time for Mac Brown to step aside. Mac. You're 73. Listen. You were there once. You went to Texas, won a championship. You come back. His thought after the game, I'm going to go talk to my team to make sure I'm still the right leader. Matt, you're not the right leader, okay? It's time to leave. I hate to say this. You can't give up 70 points to James Madison. 50 and a half. 50. James Madison took mercy on you taking knees in the 4th quarter. James Madison. This is an NAIA. What team were they? Subdivision, whatever it is. This is terrible. Listen, he went to Indianapolis. We understand. He took that job. Maybe he got a raw deal. He took over there, and, they had some trouble. It's not a bad idea to start this process again. You're a Tar Heel. Why don't you take the job?
No, you are dirty.
Why?
You are
No,
dirty.
we need Jeff Saturday in studio.
You are dirty.
Stop.
You are dirty.
We
Floor's
do.
yours.
No.
Floor's yours.
Take the job again.
How can you?
Restore
Are you gonna-
Tar Heel
How can
pride.
you?
Stop.
Listen, this
You're
is
gonna
what I'm
leave
saying.
us again?
No. How can you? I can't defend my team right now. It was an embarrassing loss.
You could be you.
Matt knows it. We all know it. I will tell you, I was on a boat enjoying myself when I started getting texts. I was with my wife and some friends having a great day on the
We
water.
saw you on Instagram.
And all of a sudden, okay. And then my wife put that on there. She does good.
She did a good job.
And I hear, have you seen the game? I'm like, oh, we stomping them? And they're like, we've given up 50+ points and a half.
James Madison.
I have never been more disappointed. It was a
Even Jordan turned the TV off.
It was brutal.
There are moments in life where something hits you and you say, it's time. It's time for Mac Brown.
It is. I hate to say it.
It really, really is.
It's
He's
time.
had a great career.
And he's won a championship.
But
it's time.
But
All right, let's not
Jeff,
do this to
Jeff,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Guys, leave Jeff alone.
No, I'm going to put him on the spot. Is it time?
No. Don't ask him that.
Don't
not.
do that to
Mac is
Jeff.
my man. He's my guy. I'm not.
Why not do it? It's a talk
You
show.
are. You know what, starter? You
Yeah.
are
I'm
all
nasty.
day
Oh, I'm
long.
nasty.
What is
I'm
going
nasty.
on with you?